Jimi Disu, the first of the week. And this is a crucial week because I think from the 28th, it will be politics, not here, but it will be politics galore, campaigns, and so on and so forth. Well, here I will deal a bit with politics, but I'll leave the campaigning, those campaign programs. I don't know if I, if I have the full temperament for them because, politicians are sweet mouths. They paint El Dorado for you, and okay, so there are a few things that we will do this morning. I will start on a humorous note so that we can lighten up ourselves. Oh, by the way, I have 3 birthday calls to make. The first one is Mr. Sumis Cole. Today is his birthday. Baba Yaba, happy birthday to you. All of you know Sumis Cole. He is Nigeria's #1 photographer, journalist, Baba. Did Uncle Sumi ever cut my hair? No, but he says he remembers myself and Ben Bruce and all of us playing pranks around his shop way back then in Yaba in the 60s. His shop was opposite Ben Bruce's father's shop, which was not Domino then. It was called Yaba Store. So, Uncle Sumi, happy birthday. Then my adopted son, his father called him a bundle of joy, and I've told him I want to adopt his son because he's one of the most intelligent youngest persons I've ever met on the face of the earth. And that is Made Kuti. Made Kuti's birthday, I think, was yesterday too, and I wasn't here. So Made, happy birthday. I wish you all the best. Your future is very, very bright, okay? Very bright. He's doing so well. And yes, I will attend one of his shows pretty soon. There you go. Way back then, those who had all kinds of things to say about Fela, look at his legacy. From father to son to grandson. Beautiful. You can't have it better. You can't have it better. That is what, for example, most lawyers dream of. Have the chambers where you have your son and your grandson continuing. How many of that do we have? So to the Kutis generally, Yeni Kuti and Femi Kuti, I say we thank God for Made. And his younger ones all play music though. So there's a lot of entertainment for us to see in that area. So Made Kuti, happy birthday. The third person, of course, is the person we call Tilu. Lulu Akinomi, and he's I think his birthday was yesterday or so. Yesterday was Tilu's birthday, and I say happy birthday to him. We went to school together. Went to 2 schools together actually, secondary and university. Both of us can easily point to those who are our classmates if you get where I'm going. No, Jimmy, leave that one now. I never tire of cracking that joke. But let me crack you up this morning. I pulled the first one on Sheriff. I hid this paper. It was hidden. It was on what I call PTO. He saw it and he just gave up. Listen to the story. It says that Kogi seals church over bulletproof water and unregistered hospital. It says that Yaya Bello has ordered the closure of a New Generation Church, the New Jerusalem Deliverance Ministry. They like all these long, heavy words. The New Jerusalem Development Industry, for allegedly defrauding members by selling bulletproof water and running an unapproved medical facility. Can you believe that? There are a lot of these things making the rounds. People sell handkerchiefs, they sell bottled water, they sell... There was one, if you could go to the social media, you'll be shocked. In some churches, they say for deliverance, they slap you around. The one, you have to kiss the pastor, you have to do all kinds of things. But this one, we then go do for Kogi, is they said bulletproof water. The story says that the pastor of the church, Peter Adeiza, is said to have been operating the facility since 2008. While many people were said to have allegedly lost their lives due to the illegal and unhygienic medical practice. My God. I hope nobody died. Because if anybody died, the man is looking at a manslaughter charge. The closure order was implemented on Monday by the State Security Advisor, Commander Jerry Omodara, in the company of the Commissioner for Health and so on and so forth. It was discovered, my people, that aside from housing a hospital that is used for taking deliveries and treating sicknesses, the church is also being used as, Sheriff, don't laugh, Don't laugh.
No.
The church is also being used as a psychiatric and rehabilitation home, as many people were seen with chains on their hands and legs. Oh man, no one like to do that. You know. Oh my show. Why are my people so gullible?
Like everything goes in this country.
Yes. Why are my people so gullible? Why? You fall for anything. You go a church, a so-called church. It says it sells bulletproof water, and then it runs a psychiatric and rehabilitation, and you think that your sibling or whatever that has psychiatric problems will be cured first and foremost by being chained down. Haba. Chained hands and legs. Oh my God. Members and worshippers confirm that they have been receiving treatment from different ailments from the so-called man. This phrase, man of God, I wonder, who is the man of Satan? I'm a man of God. God created me. I don't know why we always fall for all these things. Man of God. Everybody is a man of God.
You don't have the anointing.
Who says so? If I didn't have anointing, I won't be alive. You won't be alive.
That's what distinguishes, men of God from.
Everybody is a man of God. Everybody is God's creation.
Yes.
There's a marketing to everybody is God's creation. Though having said that, I mean, you do have in the Bible some anointed people in reality, men of God, but they're always aside. Everybody from the time he is born, that this man, and he does no other thing than the work of God. In the Bible, they were not driving SUVs. They were not wearing designer suits.
We hadn't gotten to that at that time.
They did not even have a donkey. And the man of God, usually you find them, they will come, go straight to the king and say, thus saith the Lord, and then deliver what message they have to deliver. But it's been turned into, to get serious now, it's been turned into something that I can't find the words to describe. We all need to be careful. And it says that the pastor had earlier been arrested following a preliminary investigation by the SIB of the Police and Department of State Services to look into the activities of the church. Omodora added that there is enough evidence that indicates that what they practice is contrary to both religious and medical practices. We should follow. When would we have a leader like, what's the name of the Rwandan president?
Paul Kagame.
You can't run a church if you haven't been to school of theology. At least that's what I heard. You can't just wake up and say, God spoke to me last night, and then you gather people. Nope. You can hear. Look, even everything we do, we don't want to be certified. Everybody wear some dirty cloth, hold two spanners, you have become a mechanic. Hold a screwdriver and you have a fuse or something, you have become an electrical person. And we have a lot of that. We need to standardize everything. We have a long way to go, Sheriff.
We do.
We have a long way to go. A long way to go. Even people who are licensed to drive, how many of them have actually gone through the process of getting a proper driver's license?
That's right.
And the government tries sometimes. Okay, so they put this thing in that you should go to driving school, whatever. Driving school started selling certificates. I think they sell it for 2.5 or something like that.
2.5
or some silly amount. We just don't. And it is within the borders of Nigeria. That is why, shamefully, if I ever had the opportunity, which I'm not interested in, the building of houses can be very frustrating. But if I ever had to do it, I'll be going to Benin to recruit the workers. I look at some houses in the most expensive area, in a place like Victoria Land. I look at some houses, I look at the finishing, and I say to myself, if you have gone this far to buy this land at maybe 1 billion or whatever, is this the kind of building you're now putting up? First of all, you find the buildings are never straight. The cementing, or what do you call it now, the plastering, it looks as if you are going on a moonwalk. All kinds of craters and things. You put one of the ways by which you can know a building, if it's well put together or not, even if you are completely naive like me, even though somebody like me, I will have to depend on my friend, Baba Sheson Kuyoro is a QS. I
okay.
seek his advice, but you never know. But if you look at these balconies and things, look at the way the fixed to the wall. Sometimes you will be asking yourself, this thing is sand. This thing I'm looking. There's a building I have in mind. One that went on in Oniru. There's another one that I'm suspicious about. We just refuse to have standards. Anyway, it says that. So it says that he's been arrested, and in a few days will be arraigned in court. So that's it. I wonder what you think. Let me open up our lines on this before we go to other issues.
I mean, even getting experiences from people of
Yes.
Their encounter
Yes.
with so-called men of God will not finish this program today.
We want to remember one time. You remember I said the honestness one time. And I actually did bring in. I think I even brought in the traditional. I think I need to do that program.
Yeah.
You know.
That was the issue of Abiku, Abi.
Abiku, no, not Abiku. It was Philip.
Is it Emery?
No, not Emery. What was
Which
it?
one?
Is it Emery? Yes, I think it was Emery. It was Emery. The next one I want to do is to find out both in Christianity and traditional and even in Muslim whether there is anything called AD.
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 AD, wow.
You know, if we want to funkify it, we call it Edai. I bring my people back. I will do it next week, I promise you.
Why is it that we have those things, and can science explain those things?
I don't understand. I mean, it's peculiar to us. Every time we say something, it was Sheriff that took my voice when I wanted to speak. So, but why I say AD is that, why I say AD particularly, Sheriff, is that you do find people see signs that keep telling you, don't do this, but you continue on the path of ruin. Don't do this, don't do this.
What if it's...
So I want to know whether some people will say it's AD, that you can push people. For example, I'm not saying this generally, but I can push you. I can serve you a plate of pork chops. I say, Sheriff, and you know it is pork. Then you bring out your fork and knife. I mean, AD in here now, or either.
What if it's some kind of mental?
It is not mental.
Mental condition.
AD is something that you are pushed to do spiritually.
Yeah, I know. But what if there's an explanation scientifically? You know, there is a mental condition. I think it's schizophrenia or bipolar or something. You know, that you'll be hearing voices.
The day we do that, something on AD or either.
I can't wait. Let's do it now.
But because
there has to be an explanation.
even in our everyday lives, sometimes you can see somebody going in the wrong direction, and it's clear to everybody, but the thing will be pushing him. You know, and you know that these Agoin people, when they are going on the river, this Egun.
Oh, okay.
When they are going on the river in a canoe, then there'll be a small child there. They'll be going on the river, going fishing.
Yeah.
Then the person who is sitting down will tell the person rowing the boat. And I'm sure it was the Bob Agunwa that told me this story. The Chief Disu, he told me, he said, pray, Mati Mosipo. When you are rowing in the rough water, I say, pray, Mati Mosipo. And you'll be telling good morning, sir, Baba Gua, long live Baba Gua. You'll be telling people that look, this direction in which you are going. The same thing happens to Nigerians. Yeah. We all usually want to keep going into a destination that we know doesn't exist. So is it Idai?
No, we are not suffering from Idai.
Let me open up our lines. People are calling 0700 993. What for that device? 0700 993 993 and 01. It's not working.
Yeah, it's not working.
Okay, so all join. So there's only one line. 07. There are many lines, but they're tied to 0700 993 993 993. Let me take my first call. Hello, good morning.
Hey, Uncle Jimmy.
How now?
To God be the glory.
This is Baba Choma.
Oh, join.
Oh, join. Pre. Mati.
Uncle Jimmy, I am sad because our people's mind has been distorted.
Yes.
You were talking about, Christ and something. You were saying something about donkey and the rest. Even Christ did not own a home. He had nowhere to live.
Yes.
It is written there now that the Son of Man has nowhere to lay his head. Even the donkey he had at a point, he borrowed it to go and to enter the triumphant entry to Jerusalem before he was killed. The disciples were poor. They had nothing. Nothing. They were poor. That was why it was easy to identify them. Because when you see them, say, look at them. They look like they are organic. They don't get money. So when you see all these things that are happening now, the other day somebody in a kitchen said, you should bring 300,000 for heavenly tickets.
Yes.
And people fell for it.
Sheriff.
Another one the other day.
Yes.
Angels will alert your account. Heavenly alert.
Yeah.
Yes, I remember that one.
Yeah.
I say, hey, alert go happen. Heavenly alert. It shows that people's mind. There was one that used to wear this yellow vest to come and disturb our neighborhoods. And I warned him to stop coming here to disturb. He came the next day, stood far away from my compound. I was saying that some people are going to go to hell. Because I want
don't let him go and put it there. Oh, I don't know it.
Because I want him to stop coming here to disturb us. He wear this yellow vest, and I'm told that the man that is giving that yellow vest are told that even the bullets not enter. It reminds me of Anikulapo's story.
Yeah, I will tell you the story now.
So, it's a sad one, man. Good morning.
Morning. Let me tell you the story of Anikulapo that he's, we had the story a long time ago. They called him Baba Dilete. He came to approach Anikulapo then that he would do a vest for him. He's about walking in and he can face the military.
Yeah.
You know that fella took a representation of his mother's coffin to Dodan Barracks and he dropped it there. So after that, Baba Dilete came, yes, you can face the military. They'll give me bulletproof vest. So the said fella was very happy. Yeah, now I can go and face them. See, but Beko Ransom Kuti, his younger brother, said, fella, let us test this bulletproof vest. So they said, fella wanted to wear a jacket. No, we will not test it on you. Let me go and buy a goat. We will put this bulletproof jacket, native jacket, we'll put it on the goat. I will fire the goat. And Beko had a double barrel. So they put the goats, put the bulletproof on it.
Oh, poor goat.
He brought out his double barrel twice. Oluleni. Of course, the goat became pepper soup. I was when they asked Baba Dilete said that it's because what he called I want to say it in Yoruba now. So what he kokini emo, they had assigned that jacket to fella and nobody else. So who will
Hey, Google, be careful.
Thank you, Baba Choma, for reminding me. I wanted to tell that story. But it shows a lot, and I wonder, this bulletproof water, the reporter didn't tell us how it works, because it might work. I think what it means is that if you take the water, it's a dwechi. Do you know what they call Odweshi? You don't know Odweshi? What is Odweshi?
Odeshi.
Odeshi, yeah. What is it? Baba Inikini Lowo. It's when you have things like this, you don't want to talk.
I don't have anything. I don't have anything.
You're a suspect. I'm suspecting you.
Hello, minimum good.
We'll take off your clothes. We're going to take a short break. I'll be right back.
#1 talk station of Lagos.
Join the conversation online or on the go. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM
and Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos.
And watch us live on Facebook and YouTube. Be part of the Info family.
Log on to nigeriainfo.fm on our mobile app and website.
99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
Oh yes! People have been winning and you too can be a millionaire in the Dangote Bag of Goodies Season 3 promo. Yes, spell Dangote and become a multi-millionaire. Category 1, instant win. Buy bags of Dangote cement. Pick up the scratch card and win an instant prize. Category 2, for the star prize, pick up the scratch card inside the bags to spell DANGOTE to win 1 million naira cash instantly. Category 3, the mega star prize. Pick out the scratch card inside the bags and spell DANGOTE and win 5 million naira instantly. When you pick an alphabet with an eagle, look out for letter O that has the Dangote Eagle logo for you to win the Mega Star Prize. Promo runs till 31st October 2022. Terms and conditions apply.
Do you love your meal?
I must say that this meal is tasty and satisfying.
Lagos, your taste just got better with Westgate Restaurant. Enjoy indigenous Calabar, Nigerian, African, and continental meals, all at an affordable price in an exquisite, serene, and classic environment. Take advantage of a special Sunday buffet with friends and family. You can also visit Westgate Restaurant for your event. Visit us today at Westgate Square, #1, Apostolic Street, behind Omole Phase 2, Olora, Bega. For bookings and reservations, 0703-745-0669. Westgate Restaurant, a taste you will remember.
When the world looks at my child, they just see an energetic 8-year-old. But I see more. My Lucy is going to become captain of our school volleyball team, keep excelling in class, and do great things one day. I see a champion. So when I give her Milo with her breakfast every day, it's all part of waking up that champion in her.
Don't just wake up your child, wake up the champion in her. Let Milo Active Go and the natural goodness of malt, milk, and cocoa help wake up the champion in your child every day. Milo, energy to go further.
Hey! People still the win, no. I bet you know what follow cash out for this Dangote Bag of Goodies Season 3 awoof. Yes, so just spell Dangote and your face become multi-millionaire. Inside part 1, for one-time winning, buy bags of Dangote cement, carry the scratch card and win sharp prize. Inside part 2, to get star prize, carry the scratch card inside the bag, call spell DANGOTE. This one go confirm you to win 1 million naira cash, chakam. And for part 3 will be the mega star prize. Carry the scratch card inside the bag, spell DANGOTE. Here, you fit win 5 million naira cash, conquem. If you pick a letter, where Dangote Eagle day on top. Make sure say you find letter O where carry Dangote Eagle logo. This awoof go end for October 31, 2022. Terms and conditions dey show.
When you go to the supermarket, you might hear
Current or savings?
Savings. Question: how much interest did you earn in your savings account last year? In this tough economy, your savings should be working hard. That's why at Ren Money, your Naira earns up to 16% interest per annum on savings and fixed deposit account. Visit renmoney.com, call 0700 5000 500 or download the mobile app. Ren Money is regulated by CBN and insured by NDIC. Everything money, Ren Money.
Listen to this to understand the amazing power of 5G. Oops, sorry, I played that at 5G speed. Now, here it is at a speed you're used to.
With hyperfast internet speed, low to zero lag and buffering, multiple connections, and quality data sharing, 5G will give us amazing things like remote surgeries, self-driving vehicles, smart homes, 2 GB per second downloads.
Get ready to experience the incredible. And remember, no be juju, now MTN 5G.
Do you have earth-moving equipment for rent? You can reach a wider market. List them all on the Urban Fleet app. Get the app on your app store and on www.urbanfleet.biz.
Oh yes! People have been winning and you too can be a millionaire in the Dangote Bag of Goodies Season 3 promo.
Spell Dangote and become a multi-millionaire. Category 1, instant win. Buy bags of Dangote cement. Pick up the scratch card and win an instant prize. Category 2, for the star prize, pick up the scratch card inside the bags to spell DANGOTE to win 1 million naira cash instantly. Category 3, the mega star prize. Pick out the scratch card inside the bags and spell DANGOTE and win 5 million naira instantly. When you pick an alphabet with an eagle, look out for letter O that has the Dangote Eagle logo for you to win the mega star prize. Promo runs till 31st October 2022. Terms and conditions apply.
This is an infomercial. NigeriaInfo.fm is a trusted platform for more intellectual, trending, and exclusive stories with up-to-date analysis. We are not just the talk station of the nation. We are your #1 talk station. Join the league of fans consuming great news at www.nigeriainfo.fm and get rewarded for your time. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
You're listening to Jimi Disu right here on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Yeah, you're welcome back to Daily Digest with Jimi Disu. Okay, so I'm sure all of you heard my analysis this morning on the story in the Vanguard here, 2023 presidency, Yoruba elders split over Obi and Tinubu, and the riders are why Afenifere will support Peter Obi, Adebanjo. And he says, I have nothing against Tinubu. Igbo should be president, Olufalaye. We don't align with Afenifere, YCE. Tinubu will protect our interests, ARG. I don't know who that R means. Would it be Yoruba interest or the interest of the ARG? It's legitimate. If somebody is going to protect your interests, of course you support him. We are not interested in elections or structural. That's actually the Igbo group. They just want a Yoruba nation straight up. Okay, so I don't want to repeat what I said. If you want to, you can always go to YouTube and pick up. But let me just summarize to say that one, we should stop this turn by turn thing as far as Yorubas are concerned, because I mean we had Obasanjo, we had Baja, we had Ete, we had Dimeji Bankole. We've had a rollicking time. The Southeast has not had any. So if you want to use that logic, I beg to differ on that, and that's where I support Chifayi Adebanjo, that at the very least it would be nice if the next president comes from the East. I've been consistent with that anyway. So, but if you want to hear my full views, you can go back to YouTube. And also part of what I said is that for you or for us voters, please note that there is nothing like collective interest. It is what is sold. So it's like you buy something with a nice packet, but there's nothing inside. The interest you have with our politicians across the board is their personal interest. Those whose interests they protect will be their friends, their family, their associates, and it ends there. And there's enough evidence of that. I don't need to break it down. There is enough evidence. Look at our politicians. Their sons and daughters are in political positions or this and that. They even there's somewhere you put your son forward for reps or house of assembly. He doesn't even know the people. They don't know him. There's been a lot of that. So don't let's even go there. Okay, but you can go back to listen to that. But I now want to open up our lines. Those who heard us at 7. Was it 7 or 7:30? 7:30, yes. You can. Let's have your views now. Let's be a bit sensitive about these things, okay? You can make your points without being abusive or whatever. Let's just have it. So if you heard and you've been wanting to react, the lines are open 0700 993 993 993, and it's a minute per person, please. Let's have the first caller. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Uncle Disu.
Yes.
How's everything, sir?
I'm fine.
I listened to you this morning.
Yes.
But my own concern about this issue of Afenifere endorsed will be it is Igbo turn or Yoruba turn or something like that. We have a 6 political zone. in Nigeria. Southeast since 1999, they've never, Northeast, they've never become president in Nigeria. Are they not have the same rights? No Central, the same thing. And if it is about old system, Western region, North region, these three regions, Yoruba, Igbo, Hausa, if you want to put it in that way, Jonathan, it has already represented the eastern part in old system. Now about the Baba Adebanjo. Baba Adebanjo supported Jonathan seriously then. Now, he said he's supporting Obi because it's an Igbo tongue.
I'm sorry, sir. We have just I'm sorry, sir. I have to cut you off there. We have just a minute. We really can't give that much time to just try and compact your thoughts. But let me quickly tell you, sir, that we are not saying the issue here is not. We are not going backwards. We are going forwards, and there's nothing in the Constitution that says that it must go round. But what we are saying is that if you want to lay claim, you don't have to, but if you want to lay claim to what you would call a turn by turn, and we're saying don't do it. But if you have to, it is only fair. And I think Adebanjo should be given a lot of credit for what he has done, standing up for the truth. The Southeast has been seriously marginalized, and therefore, we are not saying they must produce. But if you were to use that as a basis, you need to understand that, of course, the elections will go on and the best winner will win, irrespective of what anybody thinks. That is very, very clear. But what we are even saying don't bring up that as an issue. And we are trying to educate our people that even when these things are brought up as an issue, you, the voter, will not benefit anything. Okay, because you see, if you have a president of your own extraction, so what does it then do? No, I want somebody to tell me what do you gain that other people don't gain, or what do you lose that other people don't lose? So that is the argument. Please, when you call in, try and compact your thoughts, okay? I'm the only one who is allowed to speak endlessly, and that's because I'm paid to do so. Yes. I'm paid to do so. Okay, I'm not making a dig at you, but that's the reality. So let's have another one. Hello, good morning. Please, you have to switch off. You have to switch off your radio. Let me take another call. Please, you have to switch off your radio when you make this call, or else we'll have an echo.
Hello, good morning.
Morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Morning.
My name is Adenusi Patrick.
I thought as much.
Yeah, the last question you asked, who has the tribal representation at the presidency helped? It has really not helped anyone. When President Obasanjo was president of Nigeria, what development did that bring to Ota?
Exactly.
It didn't bring any. When the current president now is the president of Nigeria, is rice cheaper in Kano than Lagos? The answer is no. But just like you said, in all fairness, if we shouldn't even go that route, but unfortunately that's where we are. So if we are there, common sense puts it that it should be an Easterner. Why are we scared of if an Easterner comes in, things are not going to work? Okay,
exactly.
Let's give it to them to do first now.
And apart from that, this thing about give it to them, they have equal rights like every other Nigerian.
Absolutely.
It's not exclusive. Nigeria is not exclusive to certain people. I've heard people being a bit apprehensive because they've fallen victim to the thinking of politicians.
I would rather even have someone who is ready to dirty his hand like somebody like my brothers in the East. You see them as carpenters, you see them as tailors, you see them as spare part people, and all of these things that they have dabbled into, they excelled in it. So they have spoken less English, they have engaged their hands, and we are beneficiaries of their efforts. Shouldn't we now try them with the presidency?
Yeah, thank morning. I think it is not for nothing, and I'm so dead serious when I say that if somebody like Buba Mara, who is from Adamawa State, puts his hat in the ring to run for governorship in Lagos, I'll be his chief campaigner. When Mara was governor of Mara had done far more than even indigents of Lagos have done as governors. So what are we talking about? So if Mara is running and I have somebody is running that I know would ascribe everything to himself, his family, friends, and associates, would the development will be on the pages of newspaper, I should cast my vote for that person. No. We need to change our thinking. I'm sorry I went personal about Mara, but it's the best example that I can put down. It's the best example that I can put down. So that's where I am. But let's hear from somebody else again. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, sir.
Morning.
Yeah, my name is Taufik Mikdad. I'm an imam.
Yes.
Yes, just permit me to speak about the banality of the claim that you read in the earlier part of this discourse.
Yes.
And I actually want to lend a voice to what you said in the fact that, you know, the society has lost sense of value.
Yes.
And we have placed value for God in human beings. Anthropomorphism is what we learn in philosophy, but today we have human beings that have put themselves in the position of God, and human beings, people like them, godly follow them. And that is ditto for someone like the first caller said, that someone sending accounts to your phone through the angels. This is a claim that is exotic. And it doesn't happen anywhere in the world. So I just want to appeal to the sentiment of our people that, like people say, shine your eye. Put on your thinking cap even as you follow men of God. I'm an imam, like I said.
Yes, sir.
We don't claim that you can do what God has not asked you to do.
Sir, can we, I don't know how, I don't want you to announce your number on air, but Philip, can you please pin down that number for me? I'd like to get in touch with you to invite you to the studio. Can I get it?
They can get it downstairs.
Downstairs. Philip, get that number.
Imam, just stay on the line. We'll retrieve your call now and get your number.
Please do just stay on the line. Philip, where is he?
Thank you, sir.
Where is he? Philip. That's him behind the pillar. Otifun Law. Peg this number now, quickly, downstairs.
They are getting it already.
Oh, they're getting it.
Yeah, he can just go and pick it up.
Oh, okay. Fantastic. So, Eman, please stay on the line. Whilst you stay on the line, let me quickly read this. People talk again on federal government's plan to ban Pomo. Okay, this is what some people are saying. Emeka Mediolibe says that it is laughable. This is in the Vanguard, by the way. In the Vanguard, it is laughable that every strategy to revive the leather industry is to ban Pomo. Their role should have been to put not just policies in place, but activities to discourage the consumption of Pomo. They should be looking at ways of bringing down the cost of food and so on and so forth. Ihedibo Stanley says that when we say Nigeria is a funny nation, you know what we mean. How can the federal government leave very important issues to discuss non-issues? Farmers have abandoned their farms as a result of insecurity and so on and so forth. So he believes that the federal government should leave the issue of Pomo. Ruth Ogbonaya, who is a journalist, says that the intention of the federal government in planning to ban Pomo is a way to increase the suffering of the already impoverished masses who cannot buy good food, let alone meat. Fidelis Umokoro says that banning Pomo to revive the leather industry is an exercise in futility. I know some diabetic patients who eat Pomo on health grounds. How does it help?
I have no idea. I'm hearing this for the first time.
Umokoro, how can you please tell us how it helps? So he says that they eat Pomo on health grounds. If you ban it, what happens? Is everything implying that without the ban, the leather industry can't be revived? And he says that, I don't know. Please, there's a caveat on this, but I have to read what he says. It says Pomo has its nutritional value, and some women sell Pomo. So if you ban it, how will they survive? Men also sell Pomo, not just women. We have a reaction from Dr. Pat Ogbo, who is a medical practitioner. She says, this is a doctor, she says, Pomo is a delicacy, especially in the Southwest. If the federal governments want to ban it, you see, they've now refined it again. Don't they eat Pomo in the North?
Not exactly.
Really?
I mean, Pomo is there, but I had a guest on the show.
Yeah.
And the guest is actually
Hero.
into leather business, a stakeholder. And he said the first time ever he would ever taste or see Pomo rather was when he gained admission into school, and he and his friends went to go and have lunch or something. And he now saw people ordering one round thing
One
like
round
leather.
He know nothing like Pomo.
He no.
Hey,
He not sabi.
Yeah. Okay, listen to the doctor. They say if the federal government wants to ban it, they need to enlighten the people first. I don't know how effective the ban will be or how they will enforce it. And he talks about some people, but he doesn't talk about the nutritional or otherwise of Pomo, Dr. Pat Ogo. Ebenezer Omejalile says, I'm very worried about the type of people the federal government appoint to speak on such sensitive issues. Is Pomo a sensitive issue?
It is.
Really?
It is, oh.
I didn't know that.
It's food. Food is always sensitive.
Record shows that Nigeria's leather export is the highest in countries like Spain and Italy. So how does Pomo affect the leather industry? Pomo is another source of roughage. Pomo cannot be roughage now. It's not vegetable. Can Pomo be roughage?
Yes, it can.
Are you sure?
So my guest says something that corroborates what you just said now.
Yes.
That, in Spain, in the UK, in France, they're kind of leather. They cannot use it to make designer bags and belts. So they come here.
I know that in
and
America, because of the animal rights movements and so on and so forth, I know in America, they probably would be preferring synthetic leather than this Pomo leather.
So he said that they actually import, they buy from us here.
Oh, they buy from us?
Yes, to be able to make those fine leather bags and shoes that...
I beg them leave Pomo, I beg. I take God beg them. Since we started talking about this Pomo thing now, I've taken it away from my menu. I ate a Kaikong yesterday. There was no Pomo inside.
Why?
It didn't just taste the same. Because you people have frightened me.
No. There's one. There's one.
He said I had more periwinkles. Very soon now, you said that periwinkles, they crush it to make.
They said there is Ijebu Pomo now. That one is white and it's very nutritious.
How do you know Ijebu Pomo from? I'll go to book.
It's white Pomo.
Is it white Pomo? Come on.
Yes. I mean, it looks whitish, yeah.
Sheriff.
There's the brown one.
Let me call you in the voice of Uche from Ikeja. Sheriff. White Pomo.
Yes, now.
Me, I not say I'm white Pomo.
Let me Google it.
I Google it. Once I Googling it, let me take another call.
Yes, let's take another
Hello,
call.
Hello, good morning.
Oh, that caller is gone. Let's take another one.
Maybe you ran away where the end white Pomo. Hello, good morning.
That's gone as well. Let's take another.
Hello.
Yeah, Uncle Jimmy, good morning, sir.
Morning.
Yeah, thank you for the morning. Uncle Jimmy, you mentioned white handkerchief.
Yes.
When my wife died, my wife's sister bring a white handkerchief from their church. I placed it on her head. In my sitting room, she refused. I should not take her to the mosque, that the sister is not there. I pleaded with her, please. By the time I drive from Ikeja to Allen, because during Ebola, no mortuary degree received her. I said, don't worry, she will wake up, please, for God's sake. Let's do that. That is how I confused that lady, to drive my wife all the way to Allen.
Wow.
Yes, white handkerchief. He placed it on her head in presence of my children. She was crying, don't take her to the mortuary, she's not dead. I'm telling you, my sister, my brother, to see how these people used to, mislead people.
Morning, Chris. But do you want this bulletproof just in case?
No, Uncle,
I can ask them for a sample.
I always tell you, just try that thing. He works. That your Kurube times I used to tell you, when they mention something, he will deny it. What will say something? You say, Ari, I'm not there. Get Ikukwamanonya. That is the best.
Is it true, Chris? Let me ask you. Is it true that there's a dreshy that you can shoot somebody and you're not going to enter?
That's, maybe Yoruba God, they will call it Ayeta, right? That goat you mentioned, there's a place, in my place, a top police officer.
Yes.
Come to get this bullet-proof something.
Mm.
And the man did something to a goat and asked the mopo to fire that goat. No, he give the man to wear. The man said no, it's okay.
Who go wear?
You know they have a lot of goats. He drag one goat from the backyard. they wear that thing on the goat, like a wreath or something on the neck. The mopo open fire. The guy asked the mopo, yeah, the tower, the bullet drop on the floor. He said, my friend, are you okay now?
Are you convinced?
I'm telling you, but that guy is late. But the children, I don't know if they get such thing with him. I don't know.
I actually do believe that you do have these things, but one thing that the problem we have as a black man, we never documented anything.
Yeah.
You know, and in fact, the attitude amongst the black man is to keep quote and unquote the powers to yourself.
So I think the older generation, I think they did. I think they documented it, even though they didn't know how to read.
By
and
the
write.
time it got to them, the power itself was watered down. And then secondly, these things come with rules.
Oh yes.
There's been so much betrayal in our traditional practices. Money has influenced a whole lot of things, and so if you don't follow, the thing about traditional whatever is that is what we call in music call and response. You don't follow the rules, they will tell you. You follow the rules, it will happen. You don't follow the rules, it won't happen.
Right.
You know,
Right.
and I think we've lost so much.
I think civilization also has a role to play. Some of the people, the children, the offspring of these people, some of them decided to, take up religion as against,
Well, I won't call it civilization. I will call it colonization.
Colonization.
Because we were civilized people. We were civilized. I give you a very simple one. People will laugh. Baba Choma will laugh where he is now. Look at how the black man used to dispose of human waste. They dig a hole and you do it inside and cover the hole.
And cover.
Oyibo people na inside buckets then they drown. Is that how? And then put the bucket to go and throw it away. When I grew up in Yaba, we were still using the same system. We called it bokiti. Bokiti. You put a bucket, you bend down on top of the bucket, load it, the bucket will be full. I bet it's too early in the morning. Don't let me
It's too early.
Don't let me tell you these stories
too early. Very early.
of bokiti.
Very early.
It's too early in the morning. I mean, so I believe we were civilized. We just didn't document and we didn't pass on.
Yeah.
We didn't pass on.
There's no transfer.
Okay, I have it's 9:52 going to 9:53, so I can take just one more call.
Yes, we can.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, Uncle Jimmy.
Yes.
Yeah, quickly, this is Black calling from Mojo. Quickly, concerning the dogmatization of the minds of our people by the religious leader and all that. There was a time I was looking on a TV crusade of particular religious leader, and he was like trying to deliver some blind and crippled people, and he was like brought a man forward, and they said the man has been blinded since birth, that he came out from his mother's womb as a blind man, and he performed the music.
Okay, God. Okay. That's all for today. I'd like to thank you for hanging around.
Yes, sir.
God bless you as always.
You too, sir.
Philip, also for being around. Feta, everybody. Thank you. Tomorrow is Diabumi. You don't want to miss that one. Tomorrow is Diabumi. And on Saturday, October 1, I have an October 1 special. My main man, Mr. Komiade Milui, a seasoned journalist. Two of us are going to review Nigeria at this present time and the way forward. So you don't want to miss that one too on Saturday. Enjoy yourselves. See you tomorrow. Bye.
And I want to assume that you would run because I want to give the listeners context for the conversation.
In 2019, you were running mate to Atiku Abubakar. What did you learn then that you will not repeat this time?
Yes, when is the president coming out to address us?
There's a few things. One, I have a burden and a passion for young people.
The fact that you have elected a man does not mean then you begin to order him around. The president will do whatever is good for the country at any given time.
Mr. Adeshino, isn't the president responsible to the people?
What should the next president do to root out stakeholders who are complicit?
You fire those. Those that need to be fired are fired.
It's looking like a brand new Chelsea, attacking with so much fluidity. And what can you say about that, Martin? I know you follow Chelsea quite closely.
I live close to the Chelsea training ground. That's what you mean by that. I'm not a